You might think Thomas Edison is the person that created the light bulb. No, he didn't create the light bulb, but he did create a lot of other inventions. So what did Thomas Edison create then? He created inventions like the phonograph, the kinetoscope, and many more. In this presentation, I'll be talking about his history, his inventions, and if he is a businessman. Thomas Alva Edison was born on February 11, 1847 in Milan, Ohio. He was the seventh and last child of Samuel and Nancy Edison. When Edison was 7, his family moved to Port Huron, Michigan. He lived there until he was struck out of his own age at the age of 16. Edison had a very little formal education as a child, attending school only for a few months. He was taught reading, writing, and arithmetic by his mother, but was always a very curious child and taught himself much by reading on his own. Edison began working at an early age, as most boys did at the time. At 13, he took a job as a newsboy, selling newspaper and candy on the local railroad that ran through Port Huron and Detroit. He seems to have spent most of his free time reading scientific and technical books, and also had the opportunity at this time to learn how to operate a telegraph. By the time he was 16, Edison was good enough to work as a telegraph operator full-time. So now that we've got through that, let's see what Thomas Edison invented. Thomas Edison's inventions have made a very big impact on society. So many of Thomas Edison's inventions were held in such a high regard that he is considered the greatest inventor of all time. Here are just a few of Thomas Edison's inventions and patents. The phonograph. When speaking into a receiver, the sound vibration of voice would cause a needle to create indentions of drum wrapped in tin foil. Later, Edison would adapt cylinders and discs to permanently record music. The first recorded message was of Thomas Edison speaking, "Mary had a little lamb." He was really surprised when he first heard it played back to him. Thomas Edison is well known for his invention of the light bulb. Contrary to popular belief, Thomas Edison did not invent the light bulb. It had been around for a number of years. The electric lights in all time, however, were unreliable, inexpensive, and short-lived. Over 20 distinct efforts by other inventors the world over was already underway when Edison entered the light bulb invention race. By creating a vacuum inside of the bulb, finding the right filament to use, and running lower voltage through the bulb, Edison was able to achieve the light bulb that lasted for many hours. This was a substantial improvement and one that led with more improvements to making the light bulb practical and more economical. Of course, Edison also later invented an entire electricity utility system so he could power all those light bulbs. Motors and appliances would be soon followed. Did you know that Thomas Edison had 6 kids? Sadly, he died October 18th, 1931. But before he died, he was also a very successful businessman and a great investor. Many successful inventors realize that experimentation and research takes a lot of money. That's why some inventors hold on to certain patents, rights, but sell others. They keep ones they want to develop and sell others off to raise money to continue research. The light bulb was not a single invention, but an ongoing improvement from one idea over another to create a finished product. There were many versions of the light bulb before Edison's, and there were many after Edison's. In 1879, Edison was the first to devise a lamp that could last a long-term commercial use. Thomas Edison was an inventor in every sense of word. He had a passion for trying to understand how things worked. He also had a passion for taking existing ideas and making them better, also known as modifying inventions. Modifier, inventor, or businessman, or all of the above.